This is the first time you've been to this Bitcoin conference?
Yeah. So I went to their distributed conference in San Francisco like a year ago, but happy to see the focus almost entirely, I think, on Bitcoin now. And I'm from San Francisco, so it was very easy and a no-brainer for me to come to the event.
What is the purpose of using art to show how Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies work?
Just in general, it's kind of a difficult subject for people to grasp. So I knew way back when I was having a hard time wrapping my head around it, that a lot of other people would too, and there just weren't many artists in the space. So figured if I could devote my work to trying to help teach about the space, then more people can understand it.
What are you doing here?
The latest work that I have, this is a piece from back in 2014. Shortly after the debacle with Newsweek and Dorian, I reached out and wanted to make a piece for him, and we auctioned off a work that was made from repurposed credit cards. Fast forward to today, we just announced that we're doing a print run. So we're selling some prints, some of which he has signed, and have some other works too.
Talking about your work, we gotta talk about Venezuela too. Okay, what drove you into it to support Venezuelans through your art?
I wanted to learn more about the situation and ultimately help out. I kind of just felt almost like a sense of guilt by referencing Venezuela as why cryptocurrency is necessary without knowing enough about the situation down there. I talked to some people and they got me hooked up with RTM and Crypto Conserje to organize an event, which ultimately culminated in a day-long mural project where we distributed Bitcoin to people and showed them how to use it, showing them, here's how a transaction happens, here's a public key and a private key, and so they were able to purchase food kits and items on site.
What are your latest conclusions about the use of cryptocurrency in Venezuela? Have you changed your mind since you started?
We still have a long way to go. You hear of the examples of people using it to flee and retain some of their savings, but they're few and far between. So it was pretty eye-opening, kind of a wake-up call that there's just so much work that needs to be done. And then the next question becomes, how do we approach that? We actually just have recently got a down payment on a venue that will act as like a hub for crypto activity in the region. So we're trying to further activity and have people come together to help out with refugees that are fleeing to Colombia.